dust on the moon here. Going to go over all the games that happened on Tuesday, January 6th. A couple of guys had a career night yesterday, including Gordon Hayward, um, Bradley Beal. Let's just get into it. The first game is between the Rockets and the Pacers. The Rockets were without Wood, Christian Wood, who has been a breakout, player so far, a top 15 player so far. Had some left knee soreness. Hopefully he'll be back next game. It doesn't sound that serious because he was basically a game time decision, so he should be back next game. DeMarcus Cousins got bigger minutes with Christian Wood out, 23 minutes. Put up really big stats. Honestly, not only 9 points, but everything else is huge. Didn't really shoot the ball, but Cousins, when he was fully healthy a couple years back, he filled up the stat sheet. Rebound, assists, steal, blocks. That's exactly what he did here. 14 rebounds, 2 steals, and 4 blocks in 23 minutes. It's just scary. Harden didn't really, had a great game by his standard. It's 2 games in a row. He didn't really score. He didn't really score a lot of points. Maybe his ankle is bothering him a little bit. Only attempted 14 shots, hit 5 of them. Didn't really shoot the ball well, but 12 assists and 1 steal, a block is still really strong. Only went to free throw line 4 times. So below average game for Harden. John Wall, 37 points, strong. 28 points, 6 rebounds, 3 assists, 2 steal, and a block. How long can John Wall sustain this? Coming back from Achilles injury, same with KD. Those guys, they both suffered pretty serious injuries. Can they sustain this all season? We will see. Eric Gordon continue his hot shooting. Didn't really shoot the ball well, 2 for 10, 20 points. But if you need points and threes, he's the best guy out there at the moment. PJ Tucker, 32 minutes. A steal and a block, 6 rebound, that's what he does. Hit 2 threes. Nobody else is really interesting. David Nwamba, don't worry about him. On the Pacers side, they just keep winning. That's what they do every single year, at least in the regular season. Sabonis, 38 points. Jesus Christ, this guy. I don't think he has had a game this season that he didn't grab 10 rebounds yet. I don't remember that. This game, 22, 12, 4 assists. As a center, he give you center power forward. He give you really good assists. A block, 5 turnovers, but a good field goal. Every single game. Malcolm Brogdon, just every single year, he started off the season really hard last year as well. But last year, the difference is I don't think he ever had this many steals. He got 3 this game again. So he's averaging like 2 steals a game, which is really scary. 35 points, that's scary. 7 assists, 3 steals. So if anybody believed Malcolm Brogdon could be a top 20 player, if somehow you can make a trade, a 2-for-1 for like a first rounder, you definitely do it. Just doubt anybody. I don't think anybody believes that Malcolm Brogdon can keep this going for the whole season, and I still don't think his steals levels can be this high. Victor Oladipo, it's good to see him take 20 shots. Only 6 went in. A steal, 9 rebounds. Victor Oladipo, ever since the knee injury, this is the best he's playing so far. He played pretty horribly last year, but this season he seems to back to 80% of his breakout season. Miles Turner, 32 points. Oh my God, 8 blocks. Forget about the 2 points. It doesn't really matter. He could have 0 points for all I could care. 2 steals and 8 blocks. Him and Mitchell Robinson are the 2 guys that if you have him, if your opponents has him, and you got a lot of block guys on your team, you can never count them out. They just give you 8 blocks like this, right? John probably blocked a lot of shots from DeMarcus Cousins gets blocked a lot, even when he was fully healthy. So Miles Turner definitely took advantage of that. Justin Holiday, 31 points, had a decent game, pretty good game. 20 points, 5 rebounds, a steal. This guy's getting heavy minutes, so if you need some defensive stats and some threes, grab this guy, but he's gonna give you field goal, low field goal, on most nights. Let's go to the next game, Orlando Magic versus the Cavaliers. Markelle Fultz had a non-contact injury, and it turned out it was a ACL, torn ACL. So it sucks. He's gonna be out for season. So Cole Anthony is going to get majority of his minutes. So definitely pick up Cole Anthony if he's out there. He will be getting close to 30 minutes, maybe even more. He got 32 minutes this game, and he's a pretty good player. I think fantasy-wise, he's decent. Get good assists, good steals. Efficient-wise, not too bad. Grab a lot of rebounds, from what I recall. And let's look at the Cleveland. They're still without Kevin Love and Darius Garland. Darius Garland should be, he'll be out for like a week or so. So in the meantime, Isaac Okoro came back, played 28 minutes. This guy doesn't seem to have a fantasy. This rookie doesn't seem to give you a lot of defensive stats. So given the high minutes, I'm not too interested in him. The upside is really not high. Colin Sexton, the number one guy, took 20 shots, 21 points, 4 assists and a steal is really nice, and a block. This year he definitely picked up his defense. Not on like actual defense, but the defensive stats he's giving you those. 4 assists is also nice. Larry Nance Jr. 10 points, a steal, assist, and 3 rebounds. So his steals rate seemed to be cooling off a bit. He was averaging 3 steals the first 2 weeks. 4 for 7 still defense efficiency. His rebounding numbers is down. His free throw he just killed your free throw, 1 for 6 and a -20. So Larry Nance Jr. started struggling a little bit, but he'll be better than this most nights. The only worry is what happens when Love comes back. He's gonna go back to 20 to 25 minutes. But obviously, keep rostering him until Love comes back. Andre Drummond, really scary. Finally shot the ball about 50%, 9 for 16. They were against Orlando. 15 rebound, assist, a steal, a block. Solid numbers for Andre Drummond. And the Cavs are winning this year, which is good news for Andre Drummond. As long as they're winning in the playoff hunt, Drummond will get his. Cedi Osman, he had a hard game last game. This game just 1 for 12. 0 for 7, 7 assists and 3 steals, nice, but most nights he will not do that. On the Orlando Magic side, Nikola Vucevic, just solid like a rock. 16 points, 7 rebounds, 6 assists. No steals and a block. Didn't really shoot the ball well. Andre Drummond did a good job on him. Aaron Gordon shot the ball really well. But this season, he's not getting 35 minutes. On most nights, he's getting 27, 20 minutes, 15 points, 8 rebounds. Shut out your free throw percentage. He's a plus 8 for the game. So roster him. You're not gonna find better guys on the waiver wire than Aaron Gordon. Garrett Clark didn't really do anything with his 20 minutes. Dwayne Bacon, 31 points. Yeah, this guy, you mainly get him for his points. Really nothing else. Let me just change this real quick. It's not recording properly. Okay. Let's see. Okay. Cole Anthony with his, obviously it sucks that Markelle Fultz is out for the whole season. He was playing pretty well before the injury, and toward the second half of the last season he was also playing well. So it's sad to see the former number 1 pick go down like this. Cole Anthony, 32 points, 4 rebounds and 3 assists, 1 block. He's getting the minutes. He's a rookie. He will have bad games and he'll have good games. The minutes are there, the upside is there. So roster this guy. Terrence Ross surprisingly only got 21 minutes with Markelle Fultz going down still. Hit 5 threes, 20 points. Roster this guy, give you some steals as well. Let's move on to the next game, Wizards and the Sixers. Bradley Beal scored 60 points, had a career night. 20 for 35, took 35 shots. Jesus Christ. hit 7 threes. Yeah, if you have Bradley Beal or Russell Westbrook, you want to see them win. It's good to see them, have the game competitive. I think the first game of the season they played the Sixers as well. It was a somewhat competitive game, so it's good to see them having competitive games. Although their record so far is 2-6, but they're fighting, so they should be around 500 team and make the playoffs in the East. Westbrook, yeah, Beal 7 rebound, 5 rebound, 5 assists and steal, but the scoring is really scary. Russell Westbrook fill up the stat sheet as well. 1 for 4 from the free throw line. He has been shooting free throw very poorly this season, but fill up the stat sheet. Just everything else: 8 rebound, 12 assists, 3 steals in the block, 6 turnover. That's what you expect from him. Oh, hit 3 threes as well. So Russell Westbrook is still taking threes this season. 6 threes to be exact. Thomas Bryant had a somewhat quiet game, 11.6 rebounds, but he's been going off in the last week or so. Keep roster this guy. Roy Hachimura, this guy's game when he's not really. This game obviously he only attempted 4 shots, right? He only give you field goal and points when he's playing some bad teams, not like the Sixers. He's gonna give you maybe close to 20 points, 8 rebounds, and somewhat defense efficiency, but he doesn't give you anything else. If you need those 2 categories, you can roster him. Otherwise, only stream him. Don't see him as a fantasy. His game doesn't really translate to fantasy that well. Maybe he's a better real life player. Bertans got his 32 minutes. Made 4 threes. Finally, he's shooting the ball a bit better. Coming back from the injury, 17 points. Again, if you need threes and points, grab this guy. On the Sixers side, Joel Embiid is just too scary. He right now, so far, he's number 4. According to Basketball Monster, he's the number 4 ranked player, and number 1 is Cat, but Cat only played like 2 games, so really he's number 3 guy so far. On the season, 13 for 13 from the free throw line, 8 rebound, 5 assists. His steal rate has been insane this season. Don't know what's going on so far. Let's see if this can continue. 3 steals and 3 blocks, but they're playing the Wizards, so I imagine Westbrook giving out, just giving out a lot of donations to the other team. But really strong game. Tobias had 40 minutes, 19 points. His defensive stats they're not this game. They're not here. This game 0 steals and 0 blocks, but 19 points, 7 rebounds, 3 assists, hit 3 threes. Seth Curry, Jesus Christ! I mentioned that yesterday that this guy so far this year playing on the Sixers, his efficiency has been really scary. This game he went off again 6 for 7. I think it's time to pick up this guy, especially if you need a guard that gives you doesn't really kill your field goal and hit threes and score at a decent volume. Doesn't really give you a lot, but Doc Rivers playing this guy high minutes. I believe he is the daughter-in-law for Doc Rivers, so it makes sense to play him high minutes. So pick up this guy. He's just been so hot lately. If you need points and threes and decent efficiency. Ben Simmons, 17 points, 12 assists is nice. 6 rebounds, just another Ben Simmons game. 2 steals is nice. Danny Green, you mainly get him for his threes and steals and blocks. Shake Milton, at this point, just not getting enough minutes, so you should only stream this guy when he has a back-to-back. Otherwise, don't drop him, don't roster this guy. Matisse Thybulle, in 10 minutes, he'll get you a steal and block, but that's all he's going to give you. The next game is between Charlotte and the Atlanta Hawks. Gordon Hayward had a career night, 44 points, 15 for 25. This guy has been scary this season. He's going to average at least 22, 23 points and at least 5 rebounds, at least 5 assists. Still at the block. And Charlotte, the main thing is Charlotte is winning. They're winning. That's really scary. P.J. Washington had a monster game as well. Only 9 points, but the 3 blocks, 2 steals, 4 assists, 10 rebounds, filling up the stat sheet. Got his 37 minutes, while Miles Bridges is only getting 22. The minutes of this game is interesting, especially the guard position. Devontae Graham this year has been shooting the ball horribly. Uh, Pretty much every game he's shooting sub 30%. This game, no surprise here, 2 for 14. Give you the 7 assists and 4 steals, which is really, really scary. And he got 40 minutes this game. He got 25 last game, so his minutes are up and down. And Terry Rozier's minutes and LaMelo's both minutes are down this game. Terry Rozier usually gets 30 something, only got 28, 14 points, 2 assists, and a block. And LaMelo only got 23 minutes. So it's interesting to monitor these three guys' minutes. They are, key pieces of the rotation, but their minutes are up and down. From game to game. LaMelo only got 23 minutes, still put up huge stats. I think it's if they keep winning, and if LaMelo Ball can't prove himself that he's a better player than Terry Rozier and Devontae Graham at this point, he's not gonna get huge minutes every single game, right? The minutes gonna be up and down. But if the Charlottes are out of the playoffs, then what's the point of playing Terry Rozier? I don't know how old Devontae Graham is, but if you're holding LaMelo Ball, you want them to lose, so you will for sure get more minutes as the season goes on. Still a very strong game though. Miles Bridges, don't want to roster this guy. Atlanta Hawks has started the season very, very hot. They lost quite a few games in a row. John Collins, 31 minutes, a decent game, 23 points, 11 rebounds. Just don't think he's gonna be the value he was a 7th ranked player on a per game basis last year. He's not gonna be that guy anymore. Clint Capella, just in a very short 26 minutes, grabbed 19 rebounds. He's taking all those rebounds, those cookies away from John Collins. Assist and a block, 7 points. He mainly give you field goal, rebounds, and blocks. A very traditional center. Cam Reddish, I don't know what's going on. 3 for 15. Good to see him attempting 15 shots. Eight of them are threes, missed all of them. Still, this guy is mainly a defensive guy. Did give you a steal, but if you only need steals, there are better guys out there at the moment. He's shooting the ball. He's really struggling, but he'll be better than this. DeAndre Hunter also took 15 shots. As you can see, this game, really surprisingly, Trae Young only took 9. And John Collins, DeAndre Hunter, Cam Reddish each took 15. Kevin Huerter took 15 as well. So it's just a bad game from Trae Young. Maybe he started off the season really hot, scoring like 40 points. So he's got to take a break at some point. It's his 3rd season. I imagine he doesn't have he cannot sustain the high scoring throughout the whole season. Some nights he's gotta chill. And the defense, are they gonna figure him out? Yeah, he's not gonna score this many points every game. Also struggled, had 7 turnovers as well, and was a minus 15. Bogdanovic only 18 minutes, very weird. Those minutes going to Kevin Huerter. If Kevin Huerter, we'll see. If Kevin Huerter get 30 minutes a game, obviously you want to pick up this guy. But Bogdanovic is going to get majority of the minutes most nights coming off the bench. The next game is a rematch of last year's Eastern Conference Finals. Boston Celtics beat the Miami Heat by 2 points. Celtics have been so clutch this season. Jason Tatum has hit 2 game winners. And they put out another one here. Jason Tatum, 27 points. Just strong numbers across the board. 5 threes, 5 rebounds, 4 assists, and a steal. Jaylen Brown, partner in crime, has somewhat cooled off shooting the ball, but 12 rebounds, 5 assists, 2 steals, 2 blocks is scary numbers for Jaylen Brown. Made his 2 free throws. Interestingly, Tatum was +7, while Jaylen Brown was a -8. So Tatum did a lot of work when he played. Daniel Tice, decent game, 13 points, 5 rebounds, somewhat good efficiency. While Tristan Thompson, only stream this guy when you need those rebounds. Nothing else. Marcus Smart came back, 9 points, a steal, 6 assists, fine numbers. Peyton, yeah, the rookie Peyton Pritchard. He didn't have a good game, but I believe he made a game winner tip. He's gonna take over what's his name, Jeff Teague's minutes, I believe, as the season goes on. At this point, Jeff Teague is just old, so all the backup minutes should go to this guy. If you need assists and steals, you can stream this guy for now. He give you those. He seems to be a decent player, decent NBA player, I would say. Robert Williams had a huge game last game, only 14 minutes, so his minutes is up and down. But give this guy 15 to 20 minutes, he will give you those stocks. He's like Nerlens Noel. So if you need those, you can roster this guy and see what happens. Grant Williams somehow got 28 minutes, didn't really do much. I wish those minutes could go to Robert Williams. That would be scary. On the Miami Heat side, Jimmy Butler, 33 minutes. I think his best game so far this season, other than his first game, who had 7 steals. But just from a real life perspective, 26 points, went to free throw line 9 times, 3 steals, 3 blocks. Surprisingly, he's usually a steals guy. Kelly Olynyk, only 21 minutes this game. You still want to keep this guy. It's against the Celtics, so they like to go small. So that's why Kelly Olynyk can't play too much. But he should be fine versus most teams. Let's see if he's keep getting those 20 minutes he was getting. Next game, 11 and 5, still not too bad. Give you 3 threes. Bam. Filled up the stat sheet, 15 points, 10 rebounds. Somewhat good efficiency, 2 blocks, no steals. Duncan Robinson did his thing, mainly making 3-pointers, hit 5 of them. Tyler Hero, yeah. Just when he's not scoring well, this year he's been grabbing a lot of rebounds. But when he's not scoring well, he doesn't go to the free throw line a lot. He doesn't give you the defensive stats. And then as a guard, he doesn't hit that many threes. And he doesn't get that many steals. So what does this guy really give you? Just points and threes. He does have the minutes, just his game is so not fantasy friendly. I would drop him, honestly. You can do better. Goran Dragic, 6-man coming off the bench. Only 2 assists. Usually he give you points and assists. Let's go to the next game. Damn, Knicks, they're just too good. They beat the Jazz. We'll talk about Knicks later. On the Jazz side, Bogdanovic, 20 minutes. This guy's game, he is another one of those guys that only give you 3 points. And this season he's struggling so hard. And with Mike Conley playing pretty well so far, his role on this team, it's scary. I think because there's so many 3 points specialists out there, you're probably all just better streaming the spot unless your team really need those points and threes. If not, I wouldn't roster this guy. He's so up and down. He will have games scoring 25 points, and he'll have games scoring 6 points. So on average, he's scoring 15. But if you can get a guy can give you 12 points on the waiver wire, you're better off just stream that spot. But he's getting the minutes. You're not gonna have a better guy out there if you drop him. But I wouldn't mind if to drop this guy at this point. Mitchell Robinson. Damn, I think about Mitchell Robinson too much. This guy is too scary. Donovan Mitchell did not have a good game again. Struggled. He started off the season so badly so far. Mike Conley also, as a whole, just didn't have a good game. Maybe the Knicks defense is too good. Jordan Clarkson got his 19 points. Just another Jordan Clarkson game. Give you points and nothing else. Hit 3 threes this game. Joe Ingles, 16 points. 3 assists, nothing else. Let's look at the Knicks. Our Knicks. Julius Randle, 40 minutes again. 30 points, 16 rebounds, 7 assists. He's been so good this season. I would honestly, if I had Randle, I would try to trade him. See if anybody would give you an equal value back, because he's playing 40 minutes. Who knows? he's gonna get injured very very soon, especially when getting toward the end, the playoff time, right? Our Mitchell Robinson finally is freed, 41 minutes. That's gotta be his career high. And then what does he give you when this man plays 40 minutes? 13 rebounds, 3 steals, and 3 blocks. That's what this man give you. Him and Miles Turner, those two guys, they are just too scary with their block numbers. And Mitchell Robinson, I believe, is a better steals guy than Miles Turner, even though Miles Turner has been huge this season, stealing the ball. RJ Barrett only 33 minutes. If this guy played 33 minutes, you don't want to roster this guy. You want this guy to play 40 minutes because his efficiency is just so bad. It doesn't really give you steals and blocks. It give you those rebound assists and points. But yeah, Elfrid Payton, 42 minutes. I guess a lot of guys on the Knicks are injured. A lot of guards specifically, but Elfrid Payton, after having a rough start of the season, has been picking it up. 8 assists and a steal. He mainly give you rebound assists, steals, and blocks. But this season, he's been scoring points. Like, he's been taking a lot of shots. So Tom Thibodeau is really changing the Knicks upside down. Austin Rivers, 23 points, but his game is not too fantasy friendly, so you can leave this guy on the wire. It's good to see him, to see the Knicks winning. I think they're 5-3 now. Playoff bound. We'll see if this can continue. Detroit lost to Milwaukee. No surprise there. Blake Griffin, I would drop this guy. I think there's many guys out there on the waiver wire. You're better off just stream the spot. And Blake Griffin is gonna miss so many games throughout the season as well. He doesn't really give you a lot at this point. No defensive stats, low efficiency. When he was in his prime, he gave you a lot of points and rebounds and assists. He just doesn't do that anymore. Jeremy Grant is their number one option. Took 20 shots, 31 points. Jeremy Grant is for real. It looks like he's gonna average around 20 points this season. 10 rebounds, really strong. Hit all 11 of his free throws, which is really scary. Mason Plumlee only 60 minutes. Don't know what's going on here. Obviously, still roster this guy. We'll see if. Don't know what's going on with it. He had 4 fouls using some sort of foul trouble. So let's see how things go. Derrick Rose only 11 minutes. What's going on here? Is it because of a blowout? Very possibly. I didn't watch this game. On the Milwaukee Bucks side, just another easy win. Nobody played over 30 minutes other than Jrue Holiday. Jrue Holiday, 10 rebounds, 10 points, 5 rebounds, 6 assists. No defensive stats, but Jrue Holiday has been a monster and he will continue to be. Brook Lopez has picked it up. If somehow this guy is dropped in your league, congrats. 17 points, 2 blocks, 4 rebounds, and 5 assists. He mainly give you those threes, hit 4 threes this game, 3s and blocks. As a big man, that's really really good. You really can't complain much. DiVincenzo, only 4 points. He's mainly a steals guy. Giannis, short 28 minutes, 25 points. Easy work for Giannis. Really shitty on your free throw stuff. Chris Middleton, just Chris Middleton numbers, 23 points, high efficiency again, 7 assists, 5 rebounds. Our beloved Bobby Portis, 16 points and 10 rebounds. Again, if you need points and rebounds, you can stream this guy. The next game is the OKC. Wow. Finally, OKC got a win over the New Orleans Pelicans. Shea, 36 minutes, the number one on the team. Number one guy, 21 points, 9 assists. The defense is finally here. 5 steals. Pelicans likes to donate. Really well-running game from Shea. Darius Bazley had a huge game, 20 points, 12 rebounds, took 20 shots. So that's what you want to see. If somehow he's available in your league, grab him. He's going to be scary. He's going to be the number 2 guy behind Shea. This season, Lou Dort, drop this guy. His game is, he might be a real good defender in real life, but doesn't give you those defensive stats in fantasy. And he doesn't really do much. Doesn't have the high minutes, doesn't do much. Drop this guy. Al Horford, 8 points, 7 rebound assists, 3 blocks. Obviously, roster this guy for his defense and his efficiency. Just give you nice stats across the board. George Hill, You can stream this guy for points and some assists and some steals, but doesn't have the upside like many of the other rookies have, or second young players, especially when we get into the end of the season when teams are out of the playoffs. New Orleans Pelicans, I don't know what's going on. They keep losing. Zion Williamson, 12 for 17, strong game. Hit his free throws, 3 steals, a nice strong game from Zion. Huge field goal boost. Brandon Ingram, 15 shots, 11 rebounds, 4 assists. Just Brandon Ingram numbers. Steven Adams, a double-double, 1 steal. Yep, that's what you expect. Eric Bledsoe, he has been playing well by 2 steals a night. You know, if he give you 2 steals a game, 10 points, you can't really complain. 3 steals, still want to roster this guy, hit 2 threes. Lonzo Ball somehow shot the ball 18 times, attempted 9 threes, 4 steal, 4 rebound, 4 assists, no steal, no defensive stats this game, but he's gonna be a monster. Josh Hart continue to grabbing rebounds, give you 3 steals this game, but doesn't do anything else. But if you, for example, if you have DeAndre Jordan on your team, right, you better off just roster a Josh Hart. Even better, he's not a center. As a guard, he give you those nice rebound. The next game is Raptors keep losing. If I have Kyle Lowry, I'll be worried. Some of the other veterans on this team don't know what's going on with them this season. Their roster did not really change. I guess Marc Gasol left, but that's about the only change. And Serge Ibaka. So their inside guys, their front court have guys left. Maybe that's why they're struggling. Kyle Lowry and Fred VanVleet, both 2 guards, high minutes. Kyle Lowry is old, 36 years old, but put up big stats when he plays. 3 pointers, 24 points, 6 assists. Fred VanVleet, pretty much the same thing. Every time I look over, same stats. Pascal Siakam had a huge game, 32 points, 1 steal and block, 9 rebounds. Shed on your free throw percentage, but field goal give you a somewhat decent field goal boost. OG, 20 points, shot the ball really well, but that's what you don't really need from him. You need his steals and blocks, only 1 steal. Somewhat cooled off. He was never gonna, average like 3 steals, even though his wingspan is scary. Chris Boucher, what can you do with him? 15 minutes this game. Aaron Baines, 30 minutes. Raptors like to go small, so it's hard to roster any one of their centers. You can't keep Chris Boucher. Some nights you have 15 minutes, doesn't do anything. Some nights you have 25, give you 3 blocks and 2 steals. On the Phoenix side, Mikal Bridges started shooting the ball better than last game. Hit 3 threes. This guy is just so efficient. Grab you decent rebound, give you some assist, even though he only had he's only averaging one assist so far, and he hasn't really give you those steals. So once his steals come back, he's gonna be square. But he's blocking shots, so really strong. Jay Crowder, 35 points. This guy is too inconsistent. But if you need points and threes and steals, roster this guy. DeAndre Ayton only attempt the ball 8 times, so that's what you can expect from Ayton this year. Honestly, he's not going to give you huge scoring numbers because there's so many guys on this team that can eat, or that need to eat, but he'll grab you those rebounds. So if you draft him in 2nd or 3rd round, don't expect the 20 points that you were expecting. Drafting him there didn't give you any, so he looking like a bust. So is Devin Booker. 6 assists is nice to see. 24 points, 90% from the free throw line. But he's not running the offense as much because Chris Paul is there. Chris Paul, 12 points. He's not going to be a high scoring guy, but giving you those assists and steals and high efficiency. Our Cameron Payne, only playing 60 minutes, got 10 assists. That's really scary. If somehow Chris Paul is hurt, you can grab this guy. Cameron Johnson, no. Let's move on to the next game. Got 2 more games. Let's do it. Clippers and Golden State. Golden State lost by 7. Kawhi Leonard played his first back-to-back since 2017. So, as a Kawhi owner, obviously you're very, 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 very happy, right? If he only sit out half of the back-to-back games, his value goes up a lot. 21 points because it's a back-to-back. He usually is not gonna put up the stat that, you know, he puts up only 21 points, only 12 attempt, 4 assists, a steal block. Obviously 7 turnover. He somewhat struggled, but hey, it's his first back-to-back game since 2017. Serge Ibaka got huge minutes. If you get 35 minutes, obviously roster this guy. But most nights he's getting 20. Nicholas Batum is getting huge minutes and he's doing something with it. Roster this guy if you need those peripheral stats. Paul George, high minutes, 38 minutes. 21 points, didn't shoot the ball well, 12 rebounds, 2 assists, and a steal. Went to three, made all his free throws. That's really nice. Patrick Beverly, 30 minutes. His minutes has been up. So if you need some peripheral stats, maybe try to grab this guy. He's been getting 30 minutes a night in the past 2 days, 2 games. Lou Will, no. Luke Kennard, no. Those both guys getting sub 20 minutes. On the Warriors side, Andrew Wiggins has just been playing much better. 8 for 12, made 2 threes. Only 1 steal, 3 assists this game, but most nights he'll give you more than that. He give you blocks. Draymond Green, this guy is just gonna average 2 points this season. That's his role on this team. That's what he's very comfortable in this role. So if you punting points, Draymond Green will fit your team really, really nicely. But if you need points and you have Draymond Green, that's gonna be scary. James Wiseman, 18 points. This guy not getting enough minutes on most nights, and especially if Warriors are trying to win. I would drop this guy honestly, but it's hard to find centers on the wire. But if, for example, if Wendell Carter Jr. is dropping your league, you can grab him. He might be a better option than Wiseman at this point. But they're both like on the fringe. They're not like must roster guys. Kelly Oubre Jr. is still struggling. 0 for 6 from the 3. Just by low. I think he'll be better than this. Steph Curry also struggled. 13.5 assists, but hey, he dropped 62 last week. If you own Steph, you can't really complain. The last game is the Chicago Bulls versus Sacramento Kings. Kobe White, oh boy, Kobe White and Zach LaVine, they're a two-man show. They're like Russell Westbrook and Bradley Beal. Took 47 shots combined. Both had huge game. Kobe White just being scary, tearing it up. 36.7 assists, 3 rebounds. But one thing is he hasn't had a steal in 10 games, and he probably played 350 minutes. Now that's hard to do, right? Either he's getting real unlucky or he's allergic to getting steals. But everything else is scary. Keep riding this guy. All season, Zach LaVine 32 points, 6 turnovers. But Zach LaVine picked it up after a somewhat cold start. But he's picking it up. Wendell Carter Jr. had a decent game, 30 minutes, but don't expect that every game. Sometimes he will play 22 minutes and grab you 6 rebounds and nothing else. This game he give you 4 assists. Still no steals and blocks. Otto Porter Jr. struggled, 1 for 8. When Lauri Markkanen comes back, he's gonna become a droppable guy, I think. Patrick Williams, wouldn't too much. Gary Temple getting huge minutes, but no. On the Kings side, Harrison Barnes, 0 rebound this game, but give you those 5 assists. So it's like playing roulette. He's giving you different stuff every game. Getting the high minutes, you want to roster this guy. Marvin Bagley had his best game so far of the season yet. On most days, he give you a little bit scoring, a little bit assists, rebound, nothing else. But this game, he give you 2 steals and 2 blocks. But they're playing Chicago Bulls. Richaun Holmes, everybody's gonna eat when they play the Bulls, right? Richaun Holmes a decent game, 10 for 11. The field goal is just too scary. 5 assists, 8 rebounds, and still is nice. Buddy Hield is still struggling when he plays the Bulls. Obviously, you still want to rush this guy because he give you too many threes. You cannot drop this guy, right? 10 points, but he is only gonna give you points and threes at a very elite level. But don't expect anything else. De'Aaron Fox got injured. Yeah, so he only played 5 minutes. Hopefully, it's not too serious. But the rookie Tyrese Halliburton went off 35 minutes. If this guy's available, go run and grab this guy. 17 points, 7 rebounds, 6 assists, 3 steals in the block. That just shows you that if a guy gets a lot of defensive stats and somewhat efficient. His game is very, very fantasy friendly. That's what Tyrese Halliburton is. Definitely go run and grab this guy. He's too scary. Corey Joseph, no, don't worry about him. That's it for all the games. I'll do it another one tomorrow. See you guys.